got to feel in heaven when my lover's near. Lord, let this moment last for another year. Though today has ended, the night's still young, I'd say. Lover, don't go away. Let it be the thing that I am longing for. Let's fly out from Manhattan to the California shore, just to watch the ships at night on the San Francisco Bay. Oh, lover, please, please stay. Don't say you have to go. Don't say you need to run. I'll stop the clock on Central Station and we can have a drink downtown. Let it be the night that I am longing for. Let's fly down south to Austin or to Ecuador, just to drink pina colada on a hot, wet summer's day. Oh, lover, please, please stay.
Everybody, welcome to Stir Crazy San Cassette. I'm the Divine Danny D.
I am Elle Diabloe.
And this is our 16th episode. We are hungover. The hungover
episode.
Are you hungover?
I'm actually quite not. I'm okay.
We had some drinks last night.
We had quite many wines.
We had many wines?
Many wines.
Many
with some
wines.
Good friends.
Is wine, the quantity of wine when you say many wines, is that the glass or the bottle? Both we had.
Both. I think we did that. I did a quick calculation. I think we did about 3.5 bottles last night.
Yeah, that was between 4 people.
Between 4 people.
Between
who are here.
They are
Hi,
here.
the director's show, Ben. Thanks for a lovely evening.
So today's episode is all about how to deal with a hangover.
Yes.
This episode was an idea you had. I would never have this episode idea.
Because you don't get hungover.
I don't get hangovers. I mean, I've gotten a mild headache.
It's so frustrating.
But I've never, and in fact, not only do I not get hangovers, if I drink like a lot of scotch, I get what I call the reverse hangover. I wake up feeling amazing. Mm-hmm. I have energy and I want to clean.
I want to clean when I'm drunk.
I know. I know.
Oh no!
You look very beautiful, by the way.
Well, thank you very much. As do you. I like this.
This is what I felt. Since I never had a hangover, I assumed that this is how people who had hangovers dressed.
No.
Like they're about to go play golf.
And I'm kind of thinking if I was hungover, I'd be like, I can't look at your shirt right now. So I thought that's maybe why you chose it.
No, yeah, I love this. This is very.
Thank you. This
is very stretchy and fun.
It is stretchy and fun and comfy.
Yeah. So you are looking at yourself here?
No, I was looking at the people.
People are here. Hi, welcome everybody. We've got. If you haven't seen this show before, you've been with us. We are performers out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. In the burlesque world, I am a host, a comedian, a producer.
I am a burlesque dancer and a host as well, and a producer and choreographer and all sorts of fun stuff.
And what this show is all about is we're going to take you through a little adventure. We're going to cook a little food together.
Yep.
We are going to make a drink together. So we have a little cocktail or two. We have a bunch of our friends, our Stir Crazy gang, who got little weird things to show you and stuff like that. I'm very excited because we have so many fun people today.
We have fun people today.
We're getting more and more fun people.
Yeah.
So we've
The
got,
family is growing.
the family is growing. We've recently given birth to a Kingpin.
Ow.
Birth the Kingpin. But he was very dapper when he got up.
He was.
We have some new music this week
Indeed.
from the lovely Shy Schullie.
I'm just going to excuse myself and cough for a second.
People know you cough. I think you should cough on screen because there's no hiding, except for the fact that I've hid the pimple on the tip of my nose.
But then you didn't have to tell the world.
I know, but I felt like I should expose that because if they're looking at my nose, which there's a lot to look at there, so I shouldn't have said anything because it's so big that it would be hard to find it anyways, except that it was a very big pimple. So yeah, we're gonna have some great drinks. We're having literally what has been, and I've said this a few times, but this has been, since we started doing all the cocktail exploration, one of my favorite things I've ever found, and probably one of the things I drink the most when I'm drinking cocktails. It's a lovely, just a beautiful little drink with a lot of complex flavors, and the way that I sort of have made my version of it with an ingredient that we happened to buy one night, and I felt made it so much better. I'm very excited to share that with people. And you, what are you making for us today?
We are going to make some French fries.
French fries?
Yeah. Because when I'm hungover, Dan...
I say that like I didn't know.
Dan, I know.
Oh, really? Wow. Fascinating.
Yeah, I need fried stuff when I'm hungover, and considering how you don't get hungover, like anything greasy and fried. I know a lot of people are all for like the pho or ramen when they're hungover.
Soups was a big one when we mentioned it.
But like, I need grease. Like no salad, none of that shit. Like load me with some grease. So what we're gonna do today is we're making fries. If you have fries in your freezer and you just want to use those, giddy up. I'm not here to judge you. If you are making homemade fries, we can do them. We're gonna do them in the air fryer. You can put them in oil, and I will give you
deep fry them properly
for that. And you could also do them in the oven. So you've got options.
I find with French fries especially, they're so particular. And especially where you go, what region you live in. Like in Quebec, it is such a particular thing about how you must cook a French fry.
All right, so give me your Vancouver take on how you must cook
Vancouver people, we're less, we're more on that light, sort of crispy fry, I love the Quebec French fry. It's more that Belgian
style, like double.
And
fry.
I like that, but there's something about a really light, super crispy, with a very, very floofy inside.
Oh, well, yes, floofy inside. So that's kind of the vibe we're going for with the size of fries I cut today. They're more steak fries because you want you're hungover. You want like a stodgy potato. You don't want like a little fry. You want like a fry, you know? So
so you base your fries on sound effects.
I base most of my life on sound effects. Who are we kidding? So if you're going to be making your own French fries with us tonight, what I would suggest for you to do now is to clean your potatoes, peel your potatoes, and cut your potatoes, and put them into some water and get that in the fridge for at least half an hour because we want to take some of the starchy out of those fries.
If I ask you a question, it would be, why would you take this? What's the reason for taking the starch out?
Again, you should never ask me science questions without giving me a heads up before.
I keep doing it.
I will find out.
I just had to look over there. Suddenly, I just realized I hadn't looked for a while to make sure our sound was fine.
Yes.
But it's great. We've actually gone 3 episodes with no sound problems.
Shushi!
I'm quite proud of it. If you weren't here from the very beginning, we've always had sound problems. And for 3 episodes, we've had none.
Shh, why you put the
because
I?
I don't believe in bad luck.
Okay, but you have Irish, Jewish,
I know, and I'm trying to
wife.
break your superstition.
It's not going to happen.
You're not superstitious, you're just a little stitious.
I'm just a little stitious.
My favorite line off The Office.
Yeah.
Why don't we
check in with the people?
Check in with the people, say hi over here. I'm just going to quickly do this because I want it to work properly. Let's check in with the people. Hi, people. How are you all? How is everybody?
Who is
Very nice
here?
to see. Let's take a look. Oh, we've got quite a few people in here from all over the place. Sean Colton is here.
Hi, Sean Colton.
He was saying he was here for the first time, and this is great because Sean Colton, some of his videos being featured on the show
fabulous.
tonight. Let's see.
The directors are here and hungover.
We're hungover.
Sorry,
The director's show band. My mother is here.
Hi, Maureen.
Wouldn't be a show without you, Mom. Joe Schmula, Misty Portugal, Saw Misty Portugal and Leslie Reed. How did that happen? How does
multiple-
that happen?
She's got multiple personalities.
Let's not make light of that. That's something we should.
Catherine Parent,
Oh,
tu me
hello.
manques.
The beautiful Galadriel Caress. My outfit is not hangover friendly. It is, because if you threw up on it, no one would notice. So I think it's perfect. Sean thinks we should make latkes.
No latkes.
No
Well, I
latkes.
mean, you do your potatoes any which way.
However you want. All of this will work with any version of potato, I think.
I think so.
You want to do hash browns? You want to do whatever?
Bunny Bum Bum Bombay!
Bunny Bombay. Well, hi there, Bum Bum Bombay. So nice to see you. And Maria Sol Suarez Martinez is here. That's like it.
You tried really hard to get that out of your mouth.
I did, and it got stuck halfway through.
Hola.
Maria, I got you stuck in my mouth.
Amanda Holt is here.
You know who my favorite Amanda is? Amanda Hug and Kiss. Well, hi everybody. I'm so glad you are all here. I think we should get a cocktail at us.
Is it drinking time?
I think it's drinking time.
Drinking time.
Let's have a drinking time. I'm gonna grab
You grab
the
that.
little tray
I'm
here.
gonna throw some recipes.
Before you do that, I want
Yes.
to talk a little bit about what
All
we're
right,
doing
you
today.
talk.
So the drink we're going to start off making today is a rum sour. Now you might say to yourself, Danny D, a rum sour
I say that to you.
is just a daiquiri. But
Right.
here is where I say no. Technically, a daiquiri is a sour, and in fact, it is a type of rum sour. But we're making what is called just the traditional rum sour. What makes the big difference between this is that in a daiquiri, you will use a lighter rum.
Mm-hmm.
You will use lime juice because it's essentially the rum version of a margarita.
Mm-hmm.
And a margarita, of course, is a tequila sour. So this is the rum. This is what I'm calling a rum sour and not a daiquiri because I'm using lemon juice and I'm using an amber rum for this one. In this case, I'm using the Appleton State. Ooh, that was really loud. Appleton State Signature. It's a very nice, great cocktail rum. It's got a lot of flavor in it. It's very rich. Now, in order to do this, we're going to make a very traditional sour. We've done a few sours in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But when I say it's a traditional sour, one of the key things we're going to utilize, there we are. An egg. And this is where I said in the promo that this is going to give you your little extra hair of the dog is going to help because we're using an egg white in this. And traditionally for a hangover, egg whites are going to help you help break down some of the remaining alcohol in your system. So it actually is a very nice thing to have. And of course, adding a little bit of alcohol to your system does help ease the hangover. Thus, the best cure for hangover is just don't be sober. And this is also I love this drink. It can be done so many different ways. I love it in a coupe because when you do it with the egg white, you're going to get this beautiful frothy little head. And in a coupe, when it separates finally, it is a beautiful little drink. So we're going to do this. Now, the one thing about this, can you grab me the ice bucket, please?
Yes. I'm still giggling about beautiful frothy head.
Beautiful frothy head.
Beautiful
that was
frothy
my
head.
nickname on the porn set. Sorry, Mom. Anyways.
Have a nice.
So one of the first things we're going to want to do, because we are putting these into a coupe, and this is a non-ice drink, we're just going to add a little bit of ice to each coupe. Just to, there we are, got it, saved it. We're going to, just to cool the coupes down a little bit. And we're just going to spin those. You just want to spin that, get the ice all over that. Beautiful. So this is a simple drink. Now, one of the things that I've always said is when you are mixing your cocktail, always start with your cheapest things first so that you don't waste your booze if you make it wrong. This is especially important if you're making something with an egg white because any tiny little bit of egg yolk that gets into this will ruin the whole drink. So what I always say is if you're going to do anything that you use the egg white, do the egg first. Always do the egg first. And
always do your egg first.
And I think that there's nothing that is more helpful in this case than an egg separator. You can do however you want to separate the egg. If you want to do it through your fingers like a lot of people do, or if you want to do the sort of cuppy back and forth, or you have another specific little contraption for separating, use it. I love an egg separator where I just put that. Why?
You got to keep them separated.
I don't think that that's true. Why did you have to turn it there? Can't we all just get along? All right, so we're gonna take, and we're gonna, and because of this drink, because we're also, it's an egg white based drink, we're going to dry shake this. That means we're going to shake it in the shaker without any ice in it first to create sort of that frothiness. So because we're going to dry shake this, you want to be a little bit more careful about how the order you're doing things in. So we're going to take our egg and we're just going to plop it in there. Once that is nicely, oh, there we go. And we're going to take our egg yolk. You want to give me a little bowl so we can save those? 'Cause those are beautiful to save if you're making a hollandaise. This is a great drink to go with a hollandaise.
I don't really have a small bowl available.
Yeah, we're good with that. So we're also, one of the things I would say is because this drink is a little picky and you're dry shaking it, which means it's more likely to explode a little bit on you. I like to do one at a time. I'm not going to do both of them, so I'm going to do one at a time.
Do you like an apron?
But I like an apron. Of course I would love an apron. Do you want to grab me? Let's do the apron. We didn't talk about aprons yet because we found out we do have a few left. You miscounted.
It happens.
I get this one.
You get that
Which one is the long one?
I don't know.
There it is. This is mine. If you want an apron, we found out we do have a few aprons left. If you would like a stir crazy and one of the last of this batch.
Yes.
We have a few left. In order to get an apron, all you have to do is give us a tip of $25 or more, or purchase something off of our Amazon wish list that's equal to the value of $25 or more. The links you can find in the chat. If you just scroll through the chat, add that to your list. Make that tip or make that purchase. You can find both of those links in there, and we will send you automatically one of these.
Yes.
Yes, it's a beautiful
system.
It's worth, and all of the aprons have been sent except for ones we're personally delivering.
That we're personally delivering. Yes.
Okay, so we put in one egg white here.
Yes.
Now the other thing, what I love about this drink, and to me what makes this particularly great, and my next ingredient I really want to put in, is some chocolate bitters. This is where I found, when I made this cocktail a few times, a couple of different recipes, but then I just was playing around.
I think our video on Facebook is frozen. Is that possible?
Well, try refreshing your browser.
Try refreshing your browser, Joe Schmola.
Because everything else seems to be fine.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's all seeming good. It could be. If
Sometimes
any
the
of your
problem's with
if any of your videos are freezing, we are fine here.
Everything
head
looks okay.
over. Like I say, what I would say is head over if you can. You can track. We've got this streaming in a few different places.
Yep.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Our YouTube channel at youtube.com/stircrazyshow.
It was Joe.
It was just Joe.
It's often just Joe.
Yeah, often it's just you. User error. Anyways, back to what we're talking about here.
Yes.
So what I found really made this thing sing was adding in these chocolate bitters. There's a few different types of chocolate bitters. A lot of times you find Aztec chocolate bitters, which I like. I love. They're great. They're a little bitter. They're that sort of almost like semi-sweet chocolate tasting.
Is that why they're called bitters?
Well, all bitters are bitter, but they're more a bitter aroma. I love these ones. This is the Miss Better's bitters. This is Ms. Better's bitters is a very, very sweet smelling chocolate bitter, and I think it suits this so well because we're not going to use it just for flavor. We're going to use it for aroma as well.
Ooh.
So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take one full squirter, eyedropper, and we're just going to put that right into our thing. If you're using a thing that's shake, you're probably using about 3 to 4 dashes of bitters.
You're just lining them up, and I'm not knocking them down, really.
Well,
you
got to keep up.
Squirters.
Got to keep up. All right, we're going to squirt into our tub. Nothing, not at all, not at all. We're going to do this. So we have our 4 dashes of bitters. We have an egg white. We're going to add to this the sour portion of what makes any sour. So in this case, we're using lemon juice.
See?
And every sour has to have sort of a contrasting sweet element. So we're going to add 3/4 ounce of simple syrup. Again, this is a rich simple syrup, 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. It's a little thicker, but it's a little richer. It's a little nice. And finally, to this, we are going to add 2 ounces of our amber rum.
It's a good breakfast drink.
It is lovely. Now, as I said before, the key to this thing is we're dry shaking it first. Dry shaking is where, again, we shake without ice. You want to be very careful because this can explode no matter how tight your shaker is. I've had every single one of them explode on me. So, but you want to go about, I'd say about 20 seconds. The reason it doesn't explode when I have the ice in, of course, because the ice is what's creating sort of a different air pressure inside and keeping it very contained. We just want to give this a good 20 seconds of shake. And there we go. Now we're going to open up our thing. You can see there's a little bit of froth in there.
Ooh, ça froth.
And we are now going to just fill this up with ice. In fact, what I like to do is just fill it with the ice that I had in the cups.
But you're only making one breuvage.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
On s'en fout.
There we go. And we're going to get the lid off of that.
You think so, don't you?
Oh, I know so. And we are going to now just strain this into 1 cup. And we're just going to strain that off. And it's good that we have time. We're going to make a second one because we're going to give this drink. You want to, once you've poured it, you want to let it sit for just a little bit because give it time now for the separation to happen. And we're going to just quickly rinse that off. Sorry about this. And we are going to do this.
And now I'm going to do this.
Now you can bring those. Yeah, sorry. Now let's bring the ingredients up here while I make the second one here. So again, just to do this really fast, we're going to go
tap, tap, tap.
Egg white first. Size of eggs, I like medium. I think we're using large here. Sometimes a lot of bartenders, if you're using it, they'll actually put a whole bunch of egg white into a jug and then measure it out. So if you're doing it that way, I would say 1 ounce of egg white.
And somewhere over here, I think it's disappeared into the chat verse. Sylvie mentioned a good substitute if you don't want to use eggs.
Oh, yeah.
It was a fluffy something.
Yeah, if you don't want to use eggs, there is some.
I saw it.
There is blah blah blah. Something I can't remember what it's called. It's a I will look it up. The vegan aspect of it.
Yes.
I can't remember the word of it all of a sudden. Anyways, let me finish off here. So we have the egg white. We have a squirt of our chocolate bitters. We're going to put in 3/4 of an ounce of our lemon juice. 3/4 of an ounce of our simple syrup.
It's the stupidest syrup.
It's like it never went to school. And finally, the star of our show, 2 full ounces of our amber rum, or golden rum. And once again, especially if you've done this once, this is where you got to be careful. This is where I thought, yeah, now it's slippery. So 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
220, no, just 20 seconds of just a nice little, you can see in our drink how it's just,
yep.
It's nicely separating.
It does look good. Very good. It's funny, the apron is containing the
ladies?
The jiggle.
Ah.
Alas.
It's our next t-shirt. The apron contained my jiggle. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not doing that one.
What you're doing.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
That's
I'm going to put ice into this. There we go.
I'm just going to lob that back in.
Yeah, put that back in, and we're going to give this another little shake. You can try and do them both at the same time. I'm doing the shake dance and the cocktail shake at the same time. I can't do that. I have no coordination whatsoever. All right, now that we have that done, and we're going to pour this one off now. Because we're using egg white in this, A lot of times, and I will, what?
Miss Bitter's Miraculous Foamer.
Miss Barrett, oh yes, you can use that one. But there is something, just a generic product that you can use. And we're just going to pour that off.
That's a very pretty cocktail.
It is a lovely cocktail.
I'm just going to put up my Chablis.
You want to also grab me a toothpick.
A toothpick?
A toothpick.
Indeed.
So once we have that done, I'm just going to move this out of the way so we can just sort of finish off the last little bit of garnishing here.
Okay, I'm coming with the toothpicks.
There we go.
You need 2 toothpicks, I'm assuming?
No, I need one.
All right.
But you can bring
I
them all.
brought you 2 just in case.
All right. So this is our cocktail. You can sort of see, if I want to grab hit me over the fly cam.
I can hit you with the fly cam.
So there you can see this is the drink, and we're getting that really great separation. And this is what adding the egg white will do to your cocktail. You want to take care of that?
I can.
Because what we're going to do now is
I don't know what you
just
want
going to shoot the top of it because I'm going to do something here. So this is how we garnish this. What I love for the garnish of this, because we're using these chocolate bitters, what I'll do for garnish is we'll go on the top, we'll add 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have these 4 dots, and then we'll just take a toothpick and we'll we'll get this sort of lattice work through the cocktail. Sort of a pretty little garnish, almost like you would do with like an espresso or a cappuccino. Let's go off the main cam. And there we have what's called the Rum Sour. What this is going to do, especially with the bitters in the top, is you're going to get a nice big whiff of that chocolate as you go in, but it's not going to taste chocolate.
It's just going to smell it?
You feel like you smell it?
Yes, I can. Ever tasty.
And it's just lovely. I know the egg white gives that super rich, velvety feel to the whole thing. I love this drink. If you've not had a proper sour with the egg white,
what are you even doing with your
life?
life?
It's an absolute treat. It really makes a big difference. A lot of people mistakenly call this a flip. This is not a flip. A flip is when you do the same thing, but you add anything sour to it. So if it's a sweeter drink or a neutral drink, and it's done with an egg white, it's a flip. If you add something tart to it, a citrus juice generally, you've got yourself a sour. New York sour. Treat yourself. It's amazing.
Indeed.
What are we at now?
We are
How
at...
are we for time? Oh my, very, very good
Oh
for
my
time.
goodness.
Oh,
Look at
we
us.
are
We're
so
getting good at
nice.
this.
Look at this. We're great on time. Promo week. Promo for the week.
Promo for the week. Not my best.
Well, I was thinking it was so funny because it was just a weird week. I didn't sleep very well this week.
Me neither.
I think was it Monday night? Monday night I didn't sleep at all.
Is it Sunday to Monday or Monday to Tuesday? And I think I slept from like 6 a.m. to 7.
I think it might have, yeah. One of those 2 nights I didn't sleep at all. I don't know what it is. And I found through the COVIDs, I've had a couple of those nights where I just couldn't get to sleep. Luckily, I'd found a new show, so that sort of got me through it. So it was a weird one. We shot late this week, and which I thought was very funny that we're doing. The topic was hungover, hangover.
And we couldn't get our shit together.
Couldn't get our shit together to go do it. But I still think it was a funny little promo.
Cheers.
A little cute little promo.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our stir crazies,
Thadies and gentle thems. It's my new one.
It's the promo from this week.
Chin.
Elle, we had a promo to shoot for this week. Are you coming?
Dude, be kind. I'm moving as fast as I can, man. Oh.
Oh, somebody's a little hungover, are they?
Too loud. Way too loud. You gotta do it quieter, okay?
But we got a promo to shoot for the week, and it's hard to do it from a whisper.
They'll understand, man. Everything hurts, Dan. Okay. Hi, I'm Elle Diabloe.
And I'm the divine Danny D. Al, are you okay? Just check what's going on. Just to see if she's okay. I mean, it'd be terrible if she's. There we go. Oh, there you go. There you are. Hi. What you doing down there?
Standing up was hard. I couldn't do it.
Oh, well, we still got a promo to do.
Well, can we just do it from here?
From the floor?
The floor is good. Everybody loves the floor. You could do it. Come on down.
Hang on.
Come on. Let's go down.
Okay, go.
Hi, I'm Elle Diabloe.
And I'm the divine. No, this is not working. Everything feels weird, and I don't know. I got vertigo, and I'm not even hungover. Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea.
Oh, I'm upside down. Could you flip me? Hi, I'm Elle Diabloe.
And I'm the divine Danny D.
Join us this Thursday, July 16th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter, and Twitch for the latest edition of the Stir Crazy Sanka set.
This week, if you can't already tell, happens to be our hungover episode.
Are you making fun of me?
Just because I don't get hangovers and you do, doesn't mean I was making fun of you. Okay, maybe a little.
This week we'll be making Elle Diabloe's loaded fries.
And to accompany, a rum sour with a little extra hair of the dog.
So join us. Cook with us. Drink with us.
Or just join in all the fun and socialize, but distantly.
Check the description below for all your ingredients and all the crazy details.
Or just visit YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter, or Twitch on Thursday, July 16th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and join in all the fun.
I need to go to bed.
Before you go, there's just one more thing we need you to do.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like this, there's plenty of more videos that you can watch, or you could hit subscribe somewhere. I don't know. Can't believe you're making me do this.
It's funny.
It's not funny to anybody but you. And you can ring the bell. Just please ring it quiet. It's just quiet. Please quiet.
And I just said you make hangovers look very good.
Oh, well, thank you, my love. They don't feel very good.
Well, yeah.
Especially now that I'm of a certain age.
It's funny. My favorite look on you of all time is always still the morning after a night out. I don't know what it is. I just love that look on you.
Because you like the leftover trashy
I
makeup
love a little
bit.
leftover. I love leftover trashy makeup. Oh.
You married the right gal, Danny D.
Oh, I married the right leftover trashy girl.
Yay!
So that was our promo for this week. That was so much fun to make.
It was.
It was cool.
It was fun.
We've got a really fun one for next week.
We do.
We have a really silly one planned, which we'll talk a little bit more later in the show, as well as what's coming up for After Dark, the next After Dark.
Yes. And we have a new contest idea.
We have a new contest idea, which we're going to talk about next
We'll
week.
talk about next week.
And some other stuff, because we don't have Ben on the show, but we do have a little bit of Ben treats that we want to give everybody.
Don't feel bad for me, Margarita. I do it to myself.
I've done it to her 3 times.
Fries. Everybody loves a good fry.
I love a good fry.
This recipe also, again, if you're of the frozen fry ilk, which I believe that everybody should have frozen fries in their
Frozen
freezer.
fries are a nice thing to have.
Well, sometimes
when you don't want to think for a second.
or you get home late after. I mean, not that any of us are doing shows, but like frozen fries.
Frozen fries are great.
And if you have an air fryer, even better.
Frozen fries.
Mayhor.
Amazing.
So, a little while back, I cut up some potatoes. I cut up way too many potatoes. I did 4 large russets. Russets are what you want to be using to make fries.
It's all right. We have Chef Duy-An is coming over to help us with those later.
Eat the fries. I've had these in the fridge in some water for about an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer. I still haven't gone to the Google machine to figure out why exactly, but I'm kind of assuming.
I was going to, but then I realized I looked something else up, which I thought would be interesting for us to talk about.
Oh, okay.
But not right now.
All right, then never mind. We're gonna.
I think it's because starch is evil, and we want to cast it out like it was a demon. Cast out the starch. Cast out the starch. Unless you're a shirt, then get in the starch. Get in the starch.
Oh, my skin! Out!
No, but you always want a stiff collar.
No.
You don't want a stiff collar?
I
Like a man with a good stiff collar. Wait, that's the wrong word. Firm collar.
Bye. So I'm just gonna dump the water. I am also gonna give this bowl a little bit of a rinse. If you want to do these in the oven, that is cool. You can put your preheat your oven to 450. If you want to do them in oil on the stovetop or whatever, you want to get your oil to about between 275 and 300 degrees. But we're going to stick them in the air fryer because I am still dreaming of a Philips air fryer sponsorship, and we'll work towards that as often as I possibly can.
I would like to get some guy named Philip to sponsor us.
If your name is Philip and you want to sponsor us, that's cool too. I have a little kitchen towel here. It is clean. It might not look that way. We need new kitchen towels. I'm going to throw these here and just pat them dry, get a little bit of the water off. Because we don't want to be frying water, right? I'm going to stick them in the bowl. I am not going to fry all 4 potatoes right now because that would be silliness, I think, personally. We're just going to pat these dry.
Pat those dry.
Pat these dry.
There we go. Just going to bring over the fly cam so people can see what you're doing here.
I'm just putting taters in the bowl, man.
Still, we're seeing.
I know it is worth seeing. So I think that's good for us for right now.
That's great
This
for
is a
us.
good
That's
volume
a nice volume of fries. It's a nice, healthy looking fry.
All right. So as I mentioned before, I did them a bit thicker because hangover. You want like a stodgy potato. Yeah. I am going to take a tablespoon. This is why I love the air fryer. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Ça, c'est tout. That's it.
That's all you need.
That's, friends, that's it. This is why I'm obsessed with this machine. We're going to salt these puppies because you don't want to salt
Sodium
this
is important when you're hungover.
And we're just going to get in there with our clean hands. They're clean, I promise you. We're going to coat these with oil. Make sure our 1 tablespoon of oil gets in there. If you wanted to put some more stuff on here, like, pepper or whatever, you go nuts with your bad self. You do you. Don't let me stop you or get in your way. If you wanted to use garlic salt, you could do that too.
I love garlic salt. That's what I always put on.
Could you please
turn
the air fryer to 160 degrees, please?
160 degrees?
160. 160.
And preheat?
And preheat. And I'm just going to put this here and get the oil off of my hands. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's that. That's all
you need.
Yep. Again, if you're doing them in the oven, preheat your oven to 450. They're going to take about 20-25 minutes. You might want to flip them while they're in there. If you're doing them in hot oil, bless you, I love you.
Get your oil about 375.
No, 275 to 300.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, you take yours a little. Okay.
Yep.
You're in charge of the oils. Or is that lubricant?
I'm in charge of all of the things.
Olive oils?
All of the
Olive
oils.
olive
all of
oils?
the oils. Yeah. So that's that. We're just going to wait for the air fryer to heat up. The fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding,
Oh, I
fries
also
are
wanted
done.
to say, if you're vegan and you want to make this, you don't want to use the egg white. What you can use, the product is called aquafaba.
Aquafaba, and it's made with chickpea water.
Chickpea, it's chickpea water, so it gives you the same texture, same whatever. So aquafaba, totally vegan.
And thank you. I think I'm a bit shiny. I keep catching myself over
You're a little
there.
goldy. I like it.
Well, it's a little bit highlight styles. Audrey Ivory gave me this highlighter. Thank you,
it's
Audrey
lovely.
Ivory.
Every
She's invested in my face.
she is invested. Every week we want to get. You guys are very chatty tonight, and I love.
Yeah, I love
that.
it.
It's
This is the
excellent.
best.
It's so good when
Yep.
everybody's talking. So we always want to engage you guys. Get you something to talk about, and so we always want to have a question. This week, in keeping with our hangover theme,
Yes.
our question this week is: what is your go-to hangover cure? And very fair. Does it actually work, or do you think it's just psychosomatic? I think, I think everybody's recipe that they go to does work for them. But if somebody gives me their recipe and I try that, I have no investment. I don't know if it actually would work for everybody. What's your?
I mean, it depends on the actual question is what is your go-to hangover cure? But there's certain foods and things that they say are specifically
that do
very
help.
good.
That are very good.
Banana
helps.
eggs are one
Pineapple
of them.
is nice.
Pineapple.
Well,
water, just in general,
water.
Drinking water, rehydrating. Pickles, they say, because of
pickles,
the sodium
variety
level.
of sodium. So
and the
that's why fries always feel really good. Anything salty, bacon.
For me, it's grease. The idea of eating a salad, for example, when I'm hungover, or even
even a ham salad.
No. Like bacon, like melty cheese,
Yeah.
just greasy comfort food. I don't know.
For me, I
don't get
I don't get hangovers, but I used to especially when I was younger, it was for a night of hard drinking when you're trying to. There's two things I used to love. One thing I always go to, and ever since I moved to Quebec, it drove me crazy because you cannot get it in Quebec.
Which is?
A Coca-Cola Slurpee. Coca-Cola having the sort of the very sweet, syrupy.
Like a 7-Eleven.
Go to the 7-Eleven, go to get a Slurpee, but it's Coca-Cola flavor.
We used to have those. That was like a favorite thing in the 80s.
There's no 7-Elevens in Quebec.
Keep talking to them. I'm just going to throw these in the air fryer.
Yeah.
If you're using the air fryer, 160 for about 15 or so, 16 minutes.
The
Give them a shake.
The other thing, which I think is, if I've been drinking what I crave, and I think that's a very big difference, if the next morning or whatever, a lot of people say bacon has always been a very good go-to. To me, it's very specifically Chinese food is always my go-to for when I've had a bit of hard drinking. Hard food drinking. There's two things I want. One is a pork fried rice.
Sorry, I'm putting that on.
Oh, sorry.
20 minutes actually is
20 minutes at 160.
At 160.
Pork fried rice.
Yeah.
That's probably my most common thing. The little bit of egg, the perfectly fried rice, the sweet char siu pao, or just char siu pao. Those are my go-tos. If I could have some char siu, I'm good. Just a big hunk of pork. Just chopsticks, pork. I'm happy.
Let's see how they feel.
Let's see what everybody else says. What is your go-to?
Stay drunk.
Stay drunk is very nice.
Thank you, Galadriel.
Let me see. Advil salted lemonade and cuddles.
Oh.
Of course, Cuddles is what she calls the bacon she eats. Coffee, definitely coffee.
Kombucha, tomato juice. Oh my God, tomato juice for sure.
Tomato juice is
for
very
sure,
good.
For sure.
I'll
I'm
eat
with you,
bacon
Misty.
or breakfast, but really Chinese food. Chinese food is poutine. Poutine is a very big.
Because again, it's comfort. It's got the potato stodge of it and like the melty cheese. It's like
coconut water, pho, salted lemonade, and again,
puking. It does make it better.
Salted lemonade, if you think about it, really is not that far off from just a virgin margarita.
Any kind of soup.
Soup is a very comforting. Diy-An just likes to vomit. That's very nice.
It is a good cure
Any
sometimes.
kind of soup. Are talking about the location or the action. That's true. It's a very, I don't know which one is more. And I think there is. I think there's something about, like, there's things that we know are probably good for us the next day.
Oh, like,
but I think
vitamin B and stuff like that. Yeah.
But there are things, like a grilled cheese sandwich may not be the best thing for you, but it is one of the most comforting foods.
No, and to be honest, like, your body is lacking in sodium and it's lacking in water. So realistically, why
And a little love.
Why and totally a little love because you have
Drinking
not,
removes
you
the
have
love.
not been nice to yourself.
Drinking removes the love.
No, but like a salad should replenish. You know what I mean? It's full of like water-based veggies and all that good stuff. But I even have trouble with eggs.
Eggs?
When I'm hungover, I have a really hard time eating eggs. There's something about it, like it's almost as if I finally realize what I'm actually eating when I'm hungover, and I can't.
I think one of the other.
But
things
I can eat bacon.
One of the other things I love when I'm really hungover, a lot, and that's all. But I have to
when
go
you're
out.
really hungover.
But but when I've drank, and I again, it's not like if I drink all night, it doesn't affect me. I just don't get the pain and the sickness everybody else does. But if I want to sort of clear the fogginess. Ramen, and I'll get an extra ramen egg.
See,
the ramen eggs are really good.
Oh,
I love ramen eggs. It's the saltiness is what I.
No, and that's why I'll drink the juice out of the pickle jar, but I won't eat eggs. I don't know.
There we are.
Yeah.
Shall we?
We shall.
Shall we get a little sexy?
We shall get sexy.
You know, because when you're hungover, that's when you feel your sexiest.
Au contraire, mon frère.
I don't know. I'm guessing. I've never had a hangover. It's nice to always have a little bit of sexiness in your life. I have a lot of sexiness due to you.
I have a lot of sexiness
due to yourself as well. But we always feel that our week is always enhanced by 1 extra minute of sexiness.
Yes.
So we went and found one of the sexiest people we knew.
And we said, can you eat sexy things or eat things in a sexy fashion for
just 1 minute?
60 seconds.
That's all we need.
That's
too much of a good thing is too much.
Just enough.
And sometimes you'll realize just a soupçon.
A soupçon?
A soupçon.
Soupçon de sexy.
Of something is enough.
Le soupçon.
So for a soupçon
de sexy,
we bring you Galadriel Caress and a beautiful woman.
A sexy woman.
Oh, a sexy woman. I don't know why I went the wrong word all of a sudden. A sexy woman eats food for 1 minute. have thought a sports drink would be that sexy?
I woulda.
Could be that sexy.
I know
Was
her.
never near.
Ah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to karate chop you.
I believe it's Christina's birthday.
Christina.
Moschini.
Oh,
Bambi
Christina
Balboa.
Moschini's birthday.
I
Well,
think so. The
Bambi
socials
Balboa.
told me that.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you as well.
To both of your personalities.
And she wrote a lovely article
about burlesque.
About burlesque, and we happened to get featured, or this show got featured, so we want to say thank you very much. That was lovely.
Shout outs are always welcome.
If you want to go take a read of it, just head over to our blog, which you can find if you go to our Facebook page. Or it's on our page.
It's on our
we
page.
put
yeah.
a link to it on our page as well. So,
Also, sweet. Baby horny. Gotcha.
stop trying to read things from across the room.
But I've got.
Yeah, but you don't. You end up having to lean all the way over because.
It's sexy leaning.
All right. What time is it?
It
Elle?
is.
No. What time is it, Elle?
I don't know, Dan. What time is it?
You're actually supposed to say what time.
Oh,
it is.
it's Chef Duy-An time.
That's right. We happen to know one of the greatest chefs from around the world. We've checked every corner of the world, which was hard because the world is a sphere. It has no corners.
Now they know we're not flat earthers. I don't know if you.
Either way, even if you're a flat earther, still no corners.
Just flat?
It's all flat. We've checked all the corners for a better chef, could not find one. He is the greatest.
Not even a one.
Not a single chef is better than him. However, so we invited him to come on the show.
Yes.
Cook his
Go away.
Cook his great and wonderful food.
See.
And every week he doesn't do that. He makes me angry and wish I didn't know him.
You're not kind.
I think he isn't either. But
you keep bringing him back, like as if.
because one time
What did Einstein say?
Einstein said, "Hey, get off of my bike." He was very protective of his
It was
bike.
Kyle Einstein. Huh?
Kevin Einstein.
Kevin Einstein?
It's his cousin. He would say, "Alfred, get off my bike." But he would say it with an accent. So we brought him back once. He made something amazing. I realized where did the
I don't know where the special things are.
special things? I don't find the
All
special
right.
things. I put them down somewhere.
You know.
Where did I put the special
I
things?
don't know. How y'all doing?
Oh, there they are.
How
Sorry,
you feeling?
I found
What's
them.
going on?
Come
Talk to me.
You literally ask people to do the one thing that they can't do.
They
Here
can
you
do
go.
it there with fingers. They can talk with fingers.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
So we are going to talk to the wonderful, the man behind the curtain,
Indeed. The wonderful
the
wizard of
great and powerful
Chef Duy-An.
Chef Duy-An. Let's go over to see him.
Hello, Chef
Chef
Duy-An.
Duy-An, are you there?
Oh,
You
and
sound
you're
like a
not
monk.
monster styles. Yay.
Hello, are you there?
This is awesome.
I'm there.
We
Yes,
yeah,
we
nice
can hear you. Just
t-shirt.
make sure he can hear us.
Can you hear us?
I can hear
Oh,
you.
phenomenal.
perfect. And that all worked out for everybody.
Yay.
How are you today, Chef Duy-An?
I'm good. How about
Oh,
you guys?
we are
Great.
not hungover.
No. And I've finished my
I'm
cocktail.
hungover.
So
Well, that's
We
great.
have a lovely drink.
Because today, what I'm going to do is going to put you on over for
Oh,
sure.
excellent. What are
Yes.
you making for us?
All right. We're making hungover Jello gummy bear.
Hungover Jello gummy bears. Okay.
What's the difference between a gummy bear and a
Exactly.
Jello bear then?
Oh, you'll see. You'll see. Well, actually, gummy bear, we're going to use gelatin also with the jello.
Oh, so extra.
Extra gelatin. More horse hooves for everybody.
I
Extra
love a
gelatin.
good fresh horse hoof.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to need is half a cup of cold water. Doesn't have to be super cold, just not hot.
Coldish.
And we're going to need a pouch of gelatine. It's about 1 tablespoon of gelatine if you don't have it in the pouch. And then we're going to take it.
In case you have the industrial
And then-
size gelatin, right?
And then we're going to add it carefully to the water. We want it to, want the gelatin to stick to the water on top. So we go carefully.
Such a gentle touch, Chef Duy-An.
It's like you've been doing this for years.
Yes. Yeah. Excellent. So once this is done, we're going to let it sit for about less than a minute, just for the gelatin to sit in the water. Going to open our Jello. Today we're using raspberry Jello.
Oh.
Fancy.
It's a very good Jello. One of my favorite flavor of Jello. Go. So the Jello is ready. So once the cold water is set with the gelatin, we're gonna add another a quarter of cup of water. So really not a lot of water. Just gonna add it over here, and then with a fork, we're gonna mix it.
With a fork. Does it specifically have to be with a fork?
Well, the fork is a flat whisk, you know.
Stop trying to push that slogan.
Yeah, it's easier to whisk, and also you don't want your gelatin to start to clog. So I found it's easier with the fork.
So it does have to be a fork.
Yeah,
A flat whisk.
That's forking crazy.
I'm sure you could succeed also with a spoon. Anyway, so once it's mixed and you see that the gelatin is all dissolved in the water, we're gonna put it in a fridge, not in the fridge, in a microwave for about a minute.
Microwave, 1 minute.
At high or?
Yeah, probably high.
What?
You know, that's one thing I love about
There we go.
recipes.
So
Don't
we
be
put-
specifics.
Well, his don't.
He's
Anyway.
gonna pull it out in 5 hours.
That's what she said.
Ah,
I'll
nice, nice.
Wait for 1 minute. We're also going to use our secret
What's the
ingredient.
secret ingredient?
So the secret ingredient for this week, it's THC oil. This week, it's Northern Dew. I got it from the government.
Some weed oil.
A bit of
Oh, Mama's so happy
Legal.
right now.
Because
Yeah.
they're coming over later.
So yeah, we're gonna use a dropper, and then we're
Take one drop
gonna
out and
grab
pour the rest
some
in.
of the oil.
One for Duy-An, one for the tray. One for Duy-An, one for the tray.
And then we're gonna use the gummy bear mold, and we're gonna put some of the oil in. Not a lot. Oil your mold a bit. You're gonna put it in your mold.
I love the fact that in the chat right now, everybody's questioning what makes them hungover, and everybody just figured out why.
This is gonna make you hungry.
This is amazeballs.
So once your gummy bear mold is correctly oiled with cannabis oil,
Yes?
you go grab your hot water. That is done in the microwave.
You are really happy right now, aren't you?
I wanted to
So
be
you'll see
cooking with
after 1
cannabis for a
minute,
while.
your hot water with gelatin will be translucent.
Okay.
You can't really see it in my measuring cup.
It's like if that measuring cup was full of vodka, you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, so once this is done, we're gonna add the Jello powder to the measuring cup.
And what flavor are we using tonight?
Raspberry.
Jim?
He said
Oh,
raspberry.
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 Yeah. So you got the Jello in, and then classic, you stir it. You're
You
crazy.
steer it where?
Stir
Where do you
crazy.
steer it?
Stir crazy. I love how he always throws in that little stir crazy.
I'm always plugging the
I
show.
love you always plugging
So you
something.
stir it till the Jello is dissolved in the hot water.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're gonna take the rest of your cannabis oil,
Yes.
drop it in.
I am so about this. This is great.
Drop it into there. Oh. So how much oil have
Yeah,
you put into this
there.
batch?
Enough.
I have no idea. The whole thing. But so this is 27.4 milligram of THC and 0.01 of CBD, and the whole content I don't know.
The whole thing.
Measurements are hard.
About $30. That's it.
I just want to figure out what my brain will be doing tomorrow.
Are you gonna be hangover, my
I
friend?
would never been, and I dare you to make me.
Once it's mixed in with the dropper, gonna take the mixture and then put it in the Jello mold.
Into the Jello
Giving the
mold.
fries a shake.
Oh, you give your fries a shake.
Give your fries a shake.
Doing it.
So once this is done, you're gonna put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes, 4 hours. Something that I discovered: adding gelatin to Jello make the Jello go quicker. So it might not even take 4 hours. I was pretty impressed. It's my first time working with gelatin. Very happy about that.
Excellent.
That's excellent. Well, we will check back on you within 10 minutes or
4
hours. Thank you, Chef Duy-An.
Excellent.
And by adding that one key ingredient, you may have almost redeemed yourself in my eyes.
I've always loved you. Now I just love you a little bit more.
Love you, Chef Duy-An. Bye.
Pleasant surprise.
Yes. It was very good that we invited them to come over for fries afterwards.
Yes, indeed.
So we're going to check in with Chef Duy-An a little bit later on the show.
We are.
He is going to eat a gummy and get a little goonie. You shook the fries a little bit.
I shook them a little bit because I want to get them moving and not stuck to the bottom of the thing.
you want to keep your fries moving right along.
Keep moving right along.
And you're going. Oh, now with any nice greasy fries, we want to have some little elements to it that aren't horrible.
Well, here's the deal.
Tell me the deal.
I'm going to tell you the deal.
Let's inform.
I'm actually going to tell you all the deal. I had a really hard time coming up with what I wanted to put on these fries this week because I love fries.
Here, tell the deal over here.
Oh, here's the deal. So I was thinking, like, do we do a cheese sauce? Like a la genre style chili cheese fries, like a cheddar-y, goopy nacho cheese sauce style thing? Do we not do that? Do I just like put grated cheese on the fries, which is what we're doing, and throw those in the oven under the broiler for a bit? Like, I was confused as to the best way to present these loaded fries. So, hi.
Go back over. I don't know why. I just felt like doing that.
I don't know why you got all up in my business.
I thought it was kind of fun.
It was.
I thought you had an intimate moment. I wanted to make it more intimate.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make, well, the fries are already happening. We're going to make some avocado crema to put on top of the fries. Could you actually, the one thing I forgot was some sour cream.
Oh, sour cream, of course.
Now, if you happen to be cooking with us, you'll notice.
Maybe I want to put that out of the way just so you're not blocking it.
I'm just getting into the avocado. Nobody needs to watch me potentially.
Well, that's what they do. That's the whole point of a cooking show.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Well, it just seemed like it needed to be cleared up, I think.
So I'm just going to, I've got my tiny little food processor here. You could probably do this with a mortar and pestle too, but I really want to cream it. So we're going to do it in the food processor. I'm going to take that half and dump it in there. I'm going to take this guy out and that guy out. And we're just going to stick this other half of the avocado in there. Now, if you were following along with our ingredients on our page, you'll notice that there's cilantro in the ingredients list. Indeed. Indeed there is. However, I forgot. So you go ahead and stick your, you want to throw the ingredients up?
Oh,
please?
yeah, that's a
That
great
might be a
thing I should do.
Nice idea.
Yeah, so let's bring up some ingredients here
some
for your
ingredients.
avocado crema. There we go. I'm hiding behind it.
It's cool. I like
It's over there.
when we get
It's right
to
there. You can see them. They're right here.
So we've got an avocado in there. You got a quarter cup of fresh cilantro, a quarter cup of sour cream.
Could you replace anything with the cilantro?
I think cilantro is really its own thing. I'm sure, if you...
Not everybody likes cilantro.
Not everybody likes cilantro. Where is our little quarter cup?
Fries are beeping.
Yes, they are. But I also need a spoon, please.
Yes.
Can you kindly just open up that basket?
Yep.
You could even give it a little little fly cam if you
Trick
want.
with the air fryer. Always toss the basket out, because what you're doing when you're not is you're pushing any oil back into the basket.
You might want to just stick them back in the basket though, and give the people a little fly cam action.
Oh, I'll do a little fly cam.
So they can see what's happening in
trying
there.
to do the fly cam, hold the basket.
I know, but
this
you
is a
can't,
hard one.
you
This is a
shouldn't
hard
do-
one.
you
Let me just
shouldn't do that.
get in there. So we're coming over, fly cam. There is our basket. As you can see, we're going to take that basket now.
Shakety shake.
I'm going to give it a little toss. Trying to do all of this at once. As you can see, this is not an easy thing to do.
I appreciate it. Would you like my help?
There we go. No, look at how beautiful that is.
It is beautiful indeed.
So now what should I be? Oh, sorry. No,
we're gonna stick it
put
back
that
in
back in. We're gonna take that. We're gonna put that back in. I did burn myself once.
You want to now increase the heat to 180, please?
All right. So put that back into the air fryer, and we're gonna increase the heat.
180 degrees for 14 minutes, please.
80 degrees. 14 minutes. And we can see that that's going now. I'll come back to you.
Well, thank you. Kind of you. I'm actually just going to spin around for one quick second and double check that I'm doing this right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, keep checking there if you want to do the donation or you want to do the tip to get one of our last remaining. We said this is going to be the last run of the gray with the yellow logo.
Yes. Also, I'm putting 2 tablespoons of lime juice in here.
2 tablespoons of lime juice.
Yes.
So the last run of this gray apron with the yellow, if you want one, head over to our tip jar, which is paypal.me/stircrazyshow. You can make a tip there. Anything over $25 will get you an apron. Or you head over to our Amazon wish list, which you can see the link back in the chat somewhere. It comes up every 20 minutes or so. But over there, and if you make any purchase over $25, I don't think we actually have anything currently right now on our wish list.
Probably. It's a little bit silly, though, our wish list. Right?
So either of those, $25 or more, you will get yourself an apron sent to you. They're gorgeous aprons.
Clove o' garlic.
1 clove of garlic. You peeled it.
I peeled it. And actually, because I'm not using cilantro because I forgot and I'm foolish, I'm just going to throw some green onion in here and about a tablespoon of water. I think that should be good.
All right.
Nope. Wrong.
Nope, you got it backwards.
I know I got it backwards. I'm having performance anxiety.
Food processors are a tricky thing. They're designed to be so you don't accidentally hurt yourself, but they do make it very difficult to operate.
I get the confused.
You get the confused?
I get the confused.
Maria Boucher was saying that queso fresco would also be a nice addition. We'll be adding queso to this.
There's queso coming.
There is queso coming. We have not forgot the queso.
I'm just going to... So because I know what we have up next for you, and because I don't need you listening to us doing this, why don't we go to the next thing and I can finish.
You know what we should do, which we don't have on here? It's because Ben's not on the show this week.
Ben is
not on the show this week, and we love Ben. He was just last week. His album dropped. I've never got to say that about a friend of mine. Really, I mean, I guess I have, but
you have, but
not
on this show. Not on this show.
So specifically, and not a cast member of the show had their album drop.
Yeah, man.
He had his drop last week. The Great Indoors. He's been working on that so hard he hasn't had a lot of time to create new stuff for us. But we don't want anybody to forget about how amazing Ben is. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we do anything,
Stir Crazies.
Stir Crazies. I gotta get better at this. Stir Crazies. Just take a gander.
The Great Indoors, the explosive debut album from Ben Cardilli, is now available wherever music is streamed freely without any revenue reaching the artist. Featuring quarantine classics like House Rules, Sit Down, or Get Out of Town, Hang the paper from the back or grab a suitcase, and Robot Friends. Just me and my robot friends. Square heats while the oblong blend. And brand new jams, Mine to Lose. I'm gonna lift weights soon, I swear to you, and get my old body back. And Hot Water. My baby uses all the hot water. The Great Indoors. You'll only wish your ears were wearing condoms.
Available on Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, Deezer, TikTok, Bandcamp, Home Hardware, Zellers, Kmart.
Sorry, those were from an old list. The Great Indoors, mwah, perfect for the indoorsman in your life.
Ben Cardilli is not responsible for little baby ears crawling out of your head 9 months from now. Your ears are going to be pregnant. Just wanted to clarify.
Cardilli.
Ben Cardilli, The Great Indoors.
Do it. Check it out.
I like the concept that it will make your ears pregnant.
Ears pregnant? Yeah.
I never had pregnant ears. I want them.
But the idea of things crawling out of my ears makes me so I
No,
don't
it's
know.
worse. Things crawling into your ears.
Ah.
So,
So
your avocado crema
it's
is ready.
done.
Shall we
I'm
bring
just
it?
gonna give it one little
Shall we bring a fly cam in? See what we're looking at.
We can fly cam this. Hold on. And a 5, a 4, 3, 2. Surprise.
So there is our avocado crema. Oops, I'm trying to get.
I'm just gonna give this
Over
a little.
there.
Yeah, that's nice and smooth.
There we go.
Yum, yum, yum.
Look at that. Question.
See.
If you could travel back in time and meet with a historical person for a day, who would you pick? If I could travel back in time, I would probably pick Leonardo da Vinci. Or which one was in Titanic? Yeah, da Vinci.
You're a maroon. You're a maroon.
Who would you pick if you could travel back in time and meet with anybody in history? It's a great question.
Well, the Shebrew in me wants to say like I'd go back in time and meet with Hitler and but
and reenact the movie Halloween?
I guess. No, I can't even. I'm coming back. I was about to go out in left field anyway.
You would kill baby Hitler?
I might kill baby Hitler.
But only if it's a baby. And I think if we're going to kill Hitler, I will only kill baby Hitler. I don't know why, but I think that's just fair.
Part of me would love to meet with Bowie.
Yeah, Bowie would be good.
Part of me would love to like go further. I don't know. It just depends what era. There's too many good.
But my impetus, and I think it's the classic time travel question, my impetus is never to go back. My impetus is
to go
always
forward?
go forward. I want to know the future. I understood what happened in the past. And there's a few
But do
things
you
I would
know?
there's
Because
a few things I would love to know the definitive truth about, but I would much more want to know what's happening in the future.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
There we are.
There we are. Good
Hope that
question.
answered your question, macaroon granola. Love that.
Where would you go?
Where would you go,
Who would you
macaroon
meet?
granola?
Here you go.
Marilyn, oh, that's good. He just dropped in, gave a philosophical question, and I think just bailed right out.
You're still here.
You're here.
Feel free to answer your
Welcome.
own question.
Cool. So we have made our crema.
We have made our crema. Our fries are about 7 minutes out or so.
So why don't we listen to some music?
Let's listen to some music.
I have been on a bit of a hunt lately, going to a bunch of our friends, and also reaching out to some people we don't know to bring you guys music. And one person who I love very much, I perform with on a very regular basis. I know you love her, but she's part of my band.
I didn't realize you were in a band.
Yeah, the main three is a band. We're a group.
You're a group. You're a singing
We're
group.
a girl group. Me, Shasha, and Pino.
And Pino are a girl
we're a
group?
girl group. We do. I go by Sherelle.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah, Pino goes by Pino. It's just he's very picky. And your next performer sings. We sing with her, but she is got one of the most amazing voices in the world.
She was on La Voix.
She was on La Voix, which if you don't know, La Voix is the Quebecois version of The Voice.
The Voice.
But this is, not only is this great, because I think Ben is, all the videos we play with Ben and the one we did play of History of Gunpowder were all music videos.
Yeah.
This is actually a live performance.
Amazing.
And it's her at Tassel Door, playing with other friends of ours, including Mr. John Gilbert.
Nice.
The Separate Twist.
The Separate Twist, and that's Audrey Ivory's.
That's Audrey Ivory's
Paracelsus,
venue, and the video shot by Mr. Sean Colton.
Amazing.
So all
The
our
whole
friends
gang. Or some of the gang.
gets involved here. We love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Stir Crazies. I will fix this.
It's okay.
Stir
We're working.
Crazies.
Shy Schullie.
Shy Schullie. Let's go. I should have had that lined up. Shy Schullie.
When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway like a lazy like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the swell of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me
Oh, Shy Schullie.
I love Shy Schullie.
She's so lovely.
And her voice is just so lovely.
So beautiful. That last note she hits, I love that last note. Keep checking out. We're going to have so many more.
Yeah, we got peeps. We got peeps coming.
Oh, it's
for
going to be
ya.
great. And not to forget, we're still, Ben Cardilli is not only going to give us more stuff, he's also going to perform live.
Yes.
So
Eventually.
we will have Ben back, but we also don't want you to forget about his album.
Exactly.
We just thought we finished our cocktail, so before we go anywhere, let's make another cocktail.
I will pull up that recipe in
You
one
want to pull
quickie
that
second.
up again? We're going to start again. So I want to.
There you go.
That I
And
need-
that. And I
yes.
understand what you need. I got you.
I know.
I anticipate all of your
Shakers
needs.
or the other one only. Sorry, shaker and the here. So again, we're making the rum sour. Here, you're doing that. I'll do this. So we're gonna look like we go there. So rum sour. One more time. So the rum sour. First thing we're gonna start off is with 1 egg white. This is where, as I said before, our egg separator becomes a very handy little tool. And get all that. What is that? What is it called? The
Yolk?
No.
White?
But as a
Yolk.
embulum,
Dum-dum-dum.
whatever that's called. There's a thing. There's a specific word for it. To that, we are going to add a full squirt. In fact, based on the last one, I'm just going to go even a little bit more. I thought it needed to be just a hint more chocolatey.
I'm going to leave you for
so
one
this
moment.
is the difference between 3 and 4 dashes of the chocolate bitters. We are to that. Again, we're building our drink from sort of the cheaper elements all the way up. So we're going to start off, come back to our 3/4 of lemon juice. With something like a sour like this, again, sours are very common. Don't be afraid to play around with the ratios of these things. I always say, because especially if you're doing one spirit in here, which we're doing just rum, you might like it a little sweeter, you might like it a little more sour. You still want to have a balance of both, but if you feel that this one was a little too sour, ease back on the lemon juice a little bit. Don't put more sweet. I'd say ease back.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Why?
always something to, it's just to control it a little bit, because sometimes you can easily it can quickly go over, where if you put too much sweet in, you can add a little bit more sour more easily.
Understood.
So we add 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce of rich simple syrup. In here, this is all just fresh squeezed lemon juice. I squeezed this just before the show, and this is just simple syrup I made earlier today. All right, so as I said before, this is with an egg white. We want to dry shake first. You can dry shake afterwards. You can do what's called a reverse dry shake, where you shake it once with the ice, then get rid of the ice, and then shake it again with shake it again dry after it's cooled. Some bartenders tend to prefer that. I like this. I prefer this method myself. I like the standard dry shake method versus the reverse. So we have that, but 20 seconds, as I said before, bam, we got that done. Now we're gonna pop that off. We're gonna add our ice to here. Fill that up. One of the things you want to always remember, when you're filling a shaker with ice, fill it up. Don't be afraid. It's not gonna dilute because you're not gonna shake it long enough. But what it's going to do, more ice means it's gonna drop the temperature faster. So you will actually get your drink chilled faster, and it'll be sitting in the ice for less of a time. All right, we're good. We're gonna pop the lid off of this one. Normally I would pour it through this, but this one got stuck.
Sean Colton is asking what the mix is. He said on the honey syrup, but it's just a simple syrup.
This is a simple syrup. If you're making it with a honey syrup, but you can make it with a honey syrup, I have done that. I tend to do it a 2-to-1 honey. Sometimes if you like it a little thicker, I'll go 3-to-1, but 2-to-1 is what I do for my honey syrup.
2 parts honey, 1 part water.
So
And hi Cambodia. Hi. Bonsoir or bon matin.
What did I forget? I forgot something in
You
this.
forgot the rum?
I forgot the rum.
Wow.
In all of that,
Wow.
not a person commented that I forgot to put in 2 bloody ounces of rum. That'll never happen again. Let's put that in there, and let's give it one more shake. This is the benefit of putting the rum in last.
Oh.
If you forgot it,
You could just add it. He said it was actually on our ingredients list.
oh, sorry, it was supposed to be simple syrup. My mistake. There we are. That's
And
good.
it's the simplest syrup.
I'm a simple syrup today. So there we go. So now, oh, that looks more like a better drink. There we go. I'm gonna let that separate a little bit.
We actually use a citrus. We have like a citrus squeezer deal.
You can, if you want to do your juice, if you want to do your lemon juice right at the while you're making the cocktail, that's fine. Just get a standard a squeeze juicer, and it'd be really simple because it's only 3/4 ounce. But again, it depends on how many you're making. And I find going to this route and just juicing, we have both those. We have the squeeze juice, and we have more of a rind juicer. It's a lot easier to make large quantities of juice. And I like to do this. I know if I'm going to make a few cocktails for a day, like I'm doing the show or we have friends over, I'll do it in a squeeze bottle. It makes it much easier for later on. So one more time, and this time I will remember all of the ingredients.
Giddy up.
We're going to start off with...
I'm just sneaky eating fries behind you.
I know. We're going to start off with our egg white. Oh! Let's get another egg in there, shall we?
We shall, and I'll get the egg off my hand. I got egg on my hand.
Here, let me rinse that off.
Yeah, give that a little rinse. Watch our taters for later.
Alrighty. Well, that was funny. I go under the pseudonym the Clumsy Bartender. All right, so there we go. One more time.
With feeling. Oh, you lost all that albumin.
Albumin.
That's your mother who taught me that.
That was, there you go.
Thanks,
my mom is known for her albumin. This is what an apron is nice for, too.
But I'm just going to get the yolk out of the sink.
All right, so to that, we are going to add our 4 dashes of chocolate bitters. Boom. And I want to do a little bit. That was 3, 4. We're going to do 3/4 ounce. It's funny, the honey syrup was on the ingredients list, and all week I've been building some drinks for shows that have been upcoming, and I've had a drink in my head that we're going to be doing later on in the future, but all week I've been trying to get all the ingredients for that, even though it wasn't the drink I was making this week.
Tu as trompé de breuvage.
I know. I have a trumpet full of beverages. 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup, and finally, the included
2 ounces.
2 ounces of rum. Any rum would do. I like a brown rum. All right, so let's.
You said any rum will do, and I thought of any dames will do.
I don't know what that means.
Dames will do.
Oh,
From
dames will do.
From
The dames will do. Yeah,
the
for sure.
bedrock burlesque. Yeah.
All right, so we'll give that a dry shake for 20 seconds. And there, I knew it. I knew it would happen. Thank you very much. You go away. Go away. Go away. Go away.
It's all right. I have
Go away.
I have
Nope,
things
nope,
to do.
you don't get to talk now. You go away. All right, now that I have done that, told you it would happen. We're going to add some ice while my wife thinks about why she's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Because you exploded a drink? That's...
And we'll go with a drink.
You're depriving them of the shaker dance.
I can't hear you. I literally can't hear you. There's not anything I can start doing. It's
You said
shaking.
you're depriving them of the shaker dance.
Well, you're depriving them.
Oh, is that what's happening?
You're depriving them. An ounce of sympathy goes a long way.
Not as long as 2 ounces of rum.
All right, so there, we are just going to now put that drink in.
Can I come back now?
You can come back now. There we go. Not as bad as it's blown up on before. This is a sour like this is a great way. Oh, thank you. To ruin an outfit.
That's why we have aprons.
Yes.
Oh, you don't.
I'm not done.
Oh, I'm
Not done. So our final little touch, we're going to garnish with our 4 drops of bitters. I like this chocolate bitter for it because I like the aroma. If you want something that's more a darker color, use an Angostura. You will get a darker color tone. And the pattern that you paint into it with my toothpick. Where did my toothpick go?
I don't know, but we have more of those.
There was toothpicks here. I put them
I know.
aside. Were you cleaning them again?
I did not clean up.
Oh, they're right here.
There,
I got
see?
it. There we are. And we are going. Well, that's what you get for laughing. We're gonna just add our little patterns. There we go. There's yours.
Why, thank you.
There is mine.
Chin.
Rum sour.
Chin.
If you like this drink, and this is one of the things, this basic framework is the framework of any sour. So if you want to make a whiskey sour, you want to make a vodka sour, a gin sour, anything like that, if you use that same sort of ratio, you should do a nice job. That same recipe is fantastic.
Groovy.
Yeah. In a while we end up.
And it's a good shower additive. You know, if you want to take a shower in it or shower your wife in it, go for it. It's
That's great.
all right.
I'm sorry. Ah, that's where we are. I just realized where we are on the show.
Where are we on the show?
Right here.
Oh.
Oh no, we did. Oh,
Well, here's the deal.
Okay, we did some
Friends.
fries. I'm flying clamming in.
Fly flamming in?
I'm fly camming in.
All right.
Oh, what's going on with the fly cam? Oh, we ran out of power.
Ran out of power?
Oh,
Oh,
there we
oh,
are.
there we
There we
go.
go. Woo.
Here's some fries that I just took out of the air fryer. You can see they're tasty and delicious. I hope you can see they're tasty and delicious. I'm going to grab some bacon.
Whoops.
I made these bacon bits this afternoon. I prefer to make my own bacon.
I flipped everybody. Sorry, everybody. I flipped you the wrong way.
What is going on?
I flipped everybody the wrong way.
Well, you're
Yeah, there we are. I got everybody sick.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, what's going on here?
Stop doing it.
Hang on.
It's all a disaster.
Fly cam. I'm going to get the fly cam in the right position first. All right. Bear with. We're doing that. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody.
Mr. Dan's
It was
wild,
hungover cam.
Mr.
It's not
Dan's
drunk
wild
cam.
ride. So I'm going to
all get for laughing at me.
Shush your face. I'm trying to explain things. So I made my own bacon bits because I find them to be tastier and more hearty
Let me just make
than
sure.
the ones that you buy
Oh, you're right.
at the store. We're going to do that. And I ran out today because I happened to be out and about doing things for work. Yay, work. And I found I went to El Rey del Taco on Jean Talon and I picked up some cotija.
Beautiful cotija. I love cotija too for this.
But you could use cheddar, you can use Monterey Jack, you can use Mott's, I think would be like
I think the battery just died on that thing.
So. There you go.
All
So
right.
we're going to load these with a little fromage.
It was like it gave up halfway through. Fell over drunk.
I'm just getting these nice and chiz.
Yeah.
Because you want that chizness.
I'm going to get this out of the way.
And I have turned the oven on to broil, but low.
Low broil?
Because I get distracted very easily, and I normally broil on low because
Broiling is one of the things you don't want to get distracted while doing.
shit happens real fast. So bacon, cheese, fries into the oven on broil for a few. We're going to keep an eye on it. We just want to get that cheese to melt, but we don't want to burn the thing. On veut pas brûler la patente. Oui, oui.
Oui.
Attention à tes fesses. I forgot to take things out of here.
Oh, let me get out of that.
That's okay.
Well, you talk to the people, and I'll take care of
Oh,
that.
no, it's okay. I got
Okay,
this.
I'll
You
talk
talk
to
to
the
the
people.
people.
I'll talk to you people. Yeah. So
You people.
yeah, this I'm very excited for this recipe. I'm very excited. Rum sour. How was your guys' rum sour? Are you guys enjoying that? Who made the drink? Is anybody? If you made the drink, let me know. I'd be really interested what everybody else thinks about it.
I'm just going to put this on for 3 minutes, and then we're going to
3 minutes.
We're going to check in about 3 minutes.
About 3 minutes. You know what? Our you know what's happening in about 3 minutes?
What's
It'll
happening?
Take us about 3 minutes. A little visit over to Kingpin's Hideaway.
We get to go to Kingpin's Hideaway?
We got to go to Kingpin's Hideaway.
You get to go to Kingpin's
You want to
Hideaway?
come with us to Kingpin's Hideaway, boys?
You sure do.
Well, then, everybody, stir crazies. Let's take a little run over to Kingpin's Hideaway.
Ooh.
Hi! Welcome! I'm Kingpin, and this is the Hideaway. Kingpin's Hideaway. Glad you could join me today, because I have been bursting to share with you the top 5 ties that Frank Sinatra wore in 1952. Now, obviously, number 5 is fairly obvious. Say, you want to see something cool, don't you? All right, let's go. We're all spending a lot more time at home right now. That doesn't mean that we have to look shabby, unkempt, undapper. Now is the perfect opportunity to up our game and enjoy classic men's leisure wear. Gentlemen have been enjoying a relaxing yet elegant way to dress at home for hundreds of years. The apex of the dressing gown came in the 19th century. A gentleman would come home from his busy day and not want to be completely disrobed. Wait to go over the top 5 ties that Frank Sinatra wore in 1952. Stay dapper.
Oh, Kingpin. I was so looking forward to the top 5 ties that Frank Sinatra wore in 1952.
Were you?
My favorite is the black one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Or the light black one.
That's just great.
No, it's still black. It's just...
I've put the fries on for an additional minute, but I'm keeping my eye on them.
Keeping your eye on them.
I'm keeping my eye on them.
That's Kingpin. I love that he's part of all of this
If
now.
you're in Toronto, you can actually go live in person to
See
the
him?
Hideaway.
See him at the Hideaway?
Duncan and Queen.
Duncan and Queen.
Go.
Go.
It's a treasure trove of
Wonderful.
wonderfulness. It's just
Also, right after this show, actually, it's on it's on our YouTube channel right now. There's a post going up on Facebook right after the show ends about the segment he did on our After Dark show, which is all about vintage vibrators. If you want to learn a little more about
hysteria
machines.
Yes. Kingpin's your guy.
Yeah, go over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/StirCrazyShow, and there's a little one about vintage vibrators. It's kind of fun. My hands got all sticky. I don't know what my hands are, but it's all sticky.
Vibrators.
I hope not.
Excuse me. Oh, look at that for timing.
Look at that for timing.
Your bum for
Oh,
1
go
second.
for it. While you do that, let's bring that out. Oh, that looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I plugged the fly cam back in to see if I can get a little charge in it.
Cool.
So that to see if I can fly cam in there.
So, in the event that you cannot fly cam, what I will do is I will tilt this.
I could do it.
For the peeps. Hi, peeps. So we got bacon. We've got fromage. We have patate because, come on now.
Look at that.
We are going to add un petit peu de jalapeno.
Coming in.
Are you coming in?
I've got it working. I've got it working again.
I am only putting jalapeno on one side because
very quickly.
Dan doesn't love them. I'm going to put a little bit of green
Fly
onion
cam.
everywhere. Just un tout petit peu.
If you have a hangover, I think just looking at that may help cure it.
We're going to throw a little diced tomato on there because, again, hangover, that's a large chunk. Oops.
Oh, I got that.
Going to get that a little bit smaller.
Turn
that off. Yep.
There you go.
And la pièce de résistance, after I add a little bit more tomate, is our avocado crema that I have taken out of the, what's it called? Food processor. If I had put it in a bowl, in a squeezy bottle, I would have made nice delineations, but instead we're just going to
just dollop it about?
Just dollop it about.
And again, this is, I think, the preferred hangover method.
The dollop?
The dollop.
As opposed to the squeeze?
Yeah.
And, I mean, for all intents and purposes,
we are done with that?
If you really wanted to, you could probably put a fried egg on this.
Oh, that would be really good.
It might just sort all of your hangover
put
wounds.
that in back to charge.
I'm
going to come in and eat. That's why. I'm grabbing the wrong one.
It's really good.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Please don't forget me.
I'm not forgetting you. There's a ton of fries here.
All right.
For the hangover squeeze, I will squeeze you when you're hungover whenever you want, Daniel.
Oh, that's very good. Do you know who has really interesting food?
Who has really interesting food?
I think
Chef Duy-An.
incredible Chef Duy-An has some incredible food. So I think while we eat this,
we can talk to Duy-An at the same time.
We can talk to Duy-An.
We can walk and chew gum.
No, you got that backwards. I don't know how you always put it in backwards.
Because my ears.
Your ears do the same thing as everybody else. They have the same holes.
I have the same ear on both sides. I'm a
no,
medical
you
marvel.
don't. That's the problem.
I swear.
You think you do, but you don't. So we are going to head over to Chef Duy-An. Let's check in and see what he has to say.
Chef Duy-An?
There he is. How are you, Chef Duy-An?
I'm good.
We are full of fries and crema.
It's good.
Full of fries. Excellent. So as you can see, the gummy bears have settled. Now what we're going to do is with a toothpick, going to pick one out.
How many have you had, Chef Duy-An?
I have a few. Anyway, so if the mold is correctly oiled, you see it's going to be very easy to take the gummy bear out.
Weed does make everything easier.
Oily.
I've been saying it for years.
True.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's very good. Very tasty. Doesn't have that strong cannabis taste. So I approve. See you guys in about an hour.
Chef Duy-An, thank you so much. We are glad you're getting us high later.
Yay! Oh, thank you. I love it when you just reach into my ear and rip out the bud.
That's what every rose has ever said to me. And every abbot. You know what we didn't do? We didn't ask our second question.
We didn't, but we can do that now.
Let's ask a second question.
Let's ask a second question.
We have a second question for you guys, for you to talk about. Let's check out the second question for today's show. It is, what type of drink gives the worst hangovers?
You enter first because I'm chewing.
Mine is because there's only one alcohol that affects me poorly, and that's red wine. Red wine is I no other. Like I say, I don't get hangovers. Some alcohol, if it makes me feel better in the morning, red wine is the one thing that will give me what I call probably what is a hangover. But I don't drink it at all, so I don't have it.
See, and because you said what type of drink and not what alcohol, I think anything that's highly sugary, like anything that's got a lot of juice in it, is worse the next day. Like, I tend to like to drink my vodka straight because I find there is no hangover the next day. No matter how much vodka I will drink, as long as it's straight, I'm fine the next day. Yeah. The second you start adding juice and upping the sugar quotient,
See, I find it depends on the cocktails, but I mean, when I'm drinking, unless I'm making cocktails, mostly I'll be drinking brown liquors anyways. So I like a lot of whiskeys and ryes. Bourbons and ryes. Those are my sort of go-to just drinks. And most of the time, I'll feel fantastic the next day.
When I wake up feeling fantastic, it's because I'm still drunk.
Oh, that's true. And maybe I still am. I don't know. What do you guys have to say? What is the thing that hits you the hardest? What do we have over here? Tequila. Tequila is tropical drinks. Mixed drinks with a lot of sugar or mixing different types of alcohol. So mice, I'm assuming that's what that meant. I wouldn't put mice. Don't put mice in your drinks. That's terrible, Misty.
Ariab says gin martinis.
Gin martinis. Oh yeah, I find martinis can be the one that.
Because
again, I don't get hangovers, but I get super drunk super fast because it's all alcohol.
But also, I find Yukon Jack nice. Like, I don't know. I find martinis also, like, the first one is a little bit, but then the second one just goes down like water. The third, forget it. Like, I can drink a lot of alcohol for anyone who hasn't actually spent time with me.
Yeah, you can. You're not bad.
I'm not bad.
You're not bad.
Thanks.
You're not bad. I say now you just have to get over the hangover part. Grasshopper, I will get you there.
I don't think so. I think there's just a basic like genetic constitution that is different.
It is. I went to the non-hangover dojo.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, studied it with an ancient master.
And he gave you the special.
Gave me the special.
Secret?
He gave me the
special. He gave me the special.
He gave me the special. I said thank you very much. Tipped him, and went about my day.
Jaeger shots, yeah.
Jaeger
shots are bad, but I also used to do liquid cocaine, which is Jaeger and Goldschlager.
Yeah.
They were so good, but what does Bonnie say? Mixing alcohol, and sugar drinks.
Yeah. I think that's
just
a pretty.
Drink your booze straight. I mean,
but
except for when you're with us.
I disagree with that. I think
moderation.
Find out what you like, and again, it's. To me, and it's a game. If you're going, especially if you're going out for a night of drinking, it is the game to play, which is how far can I go till I'm feeling nice, I'm happy, I'm not so drunk that I feel like my night has gotten away from me. I'm doing stupid things. I'm at that sweet spot of everything is fun. I'm super happy, and I don't feel too bad the next day. It is a sweet little game that we play our whole lives.
No, you see, I don't play that game well because you've seen it and a lot of you have seen it. I'm coasting, everything's groovy, and then all of a sudden it's like I hit the edge of the cliff and I fall off. Like, I'm fine. You've said it a few times of like, when did you get so drunk? And I'm like, I don't know, a second ago. Like, it was all good and then it was not good anymore.
Yeah, we eat these fries all night. These fries are so good.
We are going to eat these fries all night because we have a lot of them to eat.
So good. Audrey Ivory's 40 ounces of vodka, Red Bull mixed with mushrooms. It will give you a strong hangover.
How about
it's a hell of a night.
How about a measuring cup full of vodka with a Corona dumped inside?
Ask Duy-An about that.
Ask Duy-An.
Last Friday,
yes,
we did our rebroadcast of our other show, After Dark, Stir Crazy After Dark. which is our burlesque show. I think it went fantastically.
It did go fantastically well. It was minus hard drive problems.
Yeah, we had no technical glitches other than we were invisible for the first 2 or 3 minutes.
You know, you keep saying that's a technical glitch. I keep saying it's magic. I think you should jump on board.
I am so happy.
This PR train.
But that technical glitch was something I understood. I knew why that happened.
Why did it happen?
It happened because the camera hadn't turned on. That was fine. So it was still, it had originally had been on. I went to the thing. The camera had gone to sleep, but it was still pulling the old feed, so it was frozen on the old feed. That's all. I understood why this happened. It's the week before when I had no idea, the month before, we had no idea why, and I was going and losing my mind.
A little bit. If you ever want to watch Dan lose his mind live.
I put it up because I think
YouTube.
it needs to be there.
As a lesson of how not to cope.
But it went really well.
It did go really well.
We not only had all of the acts that we had on the show originally, we put up a couple extra freebies, including a new segment, the segment we talked about from Kingpin, and a segment of you and of us performing.
Because we do that sometimes.
Yeah, so if you want to check that out, it's up on our YouTube channel. Go watch that episode, and we have our July 31st edition coming up. July 31st. It's not next Friday.
The Friday following.
The Friday following.
It's going to be a hot show.
The 31st.
Yeah, it's the last day of the month. So, I mean, join us.
This is again.
Check out this lineup.
Yes. Again, another sort of slightly international show. Check it out. That's right, July 31st.
Right, only on YouTube.
Practically live.
Well, it's the cool thing about the
I
show.
said it mostly live is what I called it.
Mostly live.
We're live.
We're live. We're going to host live.
I've been mostly live my whole life.
Mostly. We're going to make a cocktail because I wouldn't be stir crazy if we weren't.
Making something.
But also, with the whole point of the show is to kind of bring you some pre-corona performances with a live audience, because if you've ever been to a burlesque show or like live music or anything like that, you know that there's a special magic that happens when there's an audience around, an audience in the room, and that's you guys. So what we wanted to do with this show was to at least kind of recreate a little bit of that, audience magic, performer magic. The show is live on YouTube, so if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, go for it. It's there's tons of fun stuff.
Yeah, lots. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please go subscribe. It really helps us out, as we try and begin to monetize all of this stuff. So that really does help. If you haven't done it yet, please go over there and do it. YouTube.com/StirCrazyShow. And there's all kinds of stuff. But like I say, this lineup is sick. We have Roxy Torpedo from here.
We have Celeste O'Lee.
We have Celeste O'Lee from here, but originally from Cambodia. We have our sexy woman who eats food for a minute.
But she won't be eating food. She'll be doing burlesque.
Galadriel Perez will be on it, all the way from the U.S. Where
One Chance Fancy.
From where's she again?
Well, right now she is back in Tennessee.
I like Tennessee. I
believe she's in Tennessee. Actually, I should double check that. She moved from Denver.
She moved from
recently.
Denver. And from Toronto,
Jeannie Emerald, the spectacular Jeannie Emerald.
Plus more from Tristan Ginger.
Yep.
In the sheets with Tristan Ginger.
In his sheets.
And we'll get inside of Kingpin.
I'm sorry, what?
Inside Kingpin.
We're getting inside Kingpin?
Yeah, like a tauntaun.
Like a tauntaun or inner space?
A little of both, like a small tauntaun.
Like Dennis Quaid.
Like Dennis Quaid if he was a tauntaun. Dennis we call it.
Or Quaid.
You know what science fiction creature that Don Knotts rode? Don. I feel like I'm leaving something out here. Wow. So there we have. That's been the rum sour. Do you like the drink?
I'm digging, but clearly they're disappearing quite quickly.
Quite nice. These fries are amazing.
His fries are delish. Again, you don't need to use queso if you can't find queso.
Use whatever you find in your house.
Use whatever you got. And
Craft singles.
I wouldn't use craft singles, but then again, I
They
just
actually melt well though.
wouldn't use craft singles. But you can make a cheese sauce as well with a little roux and some milk and cheddar or
You know
whatever.
what I love? You know what I also like when this
What
is
else?
Swiss. Something really nutty.
See, I'm not a huge Swiss cheese fan
I
in
know.
general, but
But I love Swiss.
I don't know you do.
Next week, what do we have coming up next week?
Next week,
It's a Sugar Rush show.
it is Sugar Rush show.
We're gonna make some sweets,
We're gonna make sweet things.
sweet treats. I've got a couple of amazing things to do. One is I've got an amazing cocktail.
Is it the cocktail that you thought you were making this week?
No, that's actually
That's for like 3 weeks.
that was
from now?
like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks from now. No, I've got a not only do I have a cocktail, but I have a neat little confection I found I thought would be really
A
cool.
confection.
A confection, a little candy treat that we can have that has booze in it.
Candy treats with booze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have that. So we're gonna have a whole episode. We haven't done sweets for a while.
Well, we did Dutch Baby ages
The
ago,
Dutch
right?
Baby was the first time we did anything that was really a sweet.
I don't.
And
think we've
again, I
done-
don't consider it. It's funny because it's not like a dessert or a candy. It's more because it doesn't have to be sweet. We just happen to do a sweet version of it.
We did.
Um,
It's just because I'm.
but
so
we're gonna
sweet.
make some. We're gonna make some neat little treats.
Yeah, we're gonna make some treats. And
Cure your if you're a sweet tooth, we're gonna cure that.
yep,
We have more coming up from all of these amazing people.
indeed.
Where are we at? Wow, we
Time flies when
we
you're having
ran, but we still got like 7 minutes. I figured we had. You know what I did? Actually, I did write something down. I thought this would be interesting if we have some time.
Okay.
First, here's a question I have because I don't actually know. I was trying to think if I knew the answer to this, but I don't.
Mhm.
What is a hangover in Quebec? If Quebec French, what would you call say somebody who's hungover?
Oh my God, I don't even know. I've lived here my whole life. I don't even know how to say hangover.
How come you don't know any of the things I asked you?
Because I'm really stupid.
no. I mean
Send help.
no, that's not what I mean.
Bye, Mama. Education. I don't know. I just the hangover.
Every time okay, I don't know either. So we have to.
Why
find
don't
the-
you share your questions with me before the
But it
episode?
said because I didn't know I was going to have that question until I got to hearing you talk. So I listened to what you have to say and then gave me a question. Anyways, so what I thought I would do is take a look at what recipes.
Lendemain de veille.
Lendemain de veille? What does that mean?
The day after the night before.
The day after the night
Basically.
before. Okay. But I found an article. I was doing a little hunting, and I thought I'd check out hangover cures from around the world.
Okay.
And you know what I hate? I hate when you go to Google and it, instead of linking to the article that you're going to, you go to this new frame that Google is in. It's weird. I don't like this. Anyways, and what it all, not only does it do that, but it also gives you what that place calls a hangover.
Okay.
That's what sort of spurred this question.
Oh, okay.
For instance, in Ireland, one of the big cure for a hangover in Ireland is a good Irish breakfast.
Mhm.
There's a lot of different types of sausage and bacon
And beans.
eggs and
And eggs.
beans, and it's fantastic, and I love it, especially the black
Black pudding.
pudding. I love black pudding. But what I thought was funny is that in Ireland, you had a hangover. They call it the brown bottle flu,
Mm-hmm.
or they say you are in Lego.
In Lego.
In Lego. Or have an inexplicable headache. I thought it was cute.
Mm-hmm. We Irish tend to be very cute about our alcohol. Very, very cute.
In Russia, the cure is kvass, which is a highly appetizing drink made from black or rye bread soaked in water, sugar, and yeast until it forms a mildly alcoholic blend. You can also consume it as a soup, which I thought is interesting.
Bread booze soup?
Bread booze. So basically, you're just making more booze.
Mhm.
But
with bread, so carbs.
But what they call a hangover is umenya pukakmile, which basically translates to after being drunk. In Germany, we are my people, which I think what is ich habe eine Katte, which just means I have a tomcat.
Okay.
Katte is a male cat. I have a tomcat, but the cure, and I've had this, and it is actually delicious, and I think you may quite like it, is roll mops. We had roll mops.
I don't know what that is.
Roll mops are, you take pickles, dill pickles, and you wrap them in pickled herring.
See, I don't eat pickled herring, but in our house we call that a canopy, like a takeoff of a canopy, and we do it with salami.
It's delicious. I love roll-em-ups. In Japan, futsuku yoi shiteru roughly translates to 2 days drunk. But one of the things that they use for a cure is umeboshi, which is a salted pickled plum. And that sounds really good. And they look really pretty.
They do look pretty.
Look those up.
They look a little bit.
Yeah. China,
Yeah.
suzui, which translates to the stay over drunk,
Okay.
which I think is great. And this is one of the other cures which I love if I've been drinking the night before, congee, which is a Chinese rice porridge with fish ball. Congee and fish ball. Oh, that is so good. If you've been drinking the night before.
No.
Excellent.
All wrong.
I love that.
All wrong.
So
No.
those are a few things. If I bastardized the pronunciation of any of those, which I'm sure I did,
I'm sure you did.
I
think also
apologize.
Marie-Ève is very unimpressed with our lack of Quebecois knowledge.
Well, that's fair.
But, you know, we're looking to learn.
Next week, we're going to get a little sweet.
We're going to do Sugar Rush.
We're going to do Sugar Rush. We have some more amazing music coming in next week. Another visit to see Kingpin.
To see Kingpin. Another visit with...
I love those. The house coats or the dressing gown.
Maybe we should get some dressing
I
gowns.
want dressing gowns. I think for after dark, custom dressing gowns would be very nice.
Well, it's hard to cook in dressing gowns.
It's very hard to cook.
So
in
yes, we could lounge.
Yes, but I think for
after
lounging
dark?
and cocktail purposes, I think it'd be real nice. Like that gold one, the gold velvet one, would look beautiful on you. You would look you look beautiful in anything, though.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming back week after week. We couldn't have done this without you. Stir Crazies. Oh, we had one last question coming in.
Oh.
Did you just say fish balls? I did say fish balls. They're delicious. Thank you for joining us. Come back next Thursday for Sankasat.
Like I said, we'll be here.
We promise it won't be
You'll be
disappointing.
here.
I'm the Divine Danny D.
You can wear pants or not. We don't care. We don't judge. I'm El Diablo.
Take care of
Put
yourselves.
a mask on your effing face.
Take care of each other.
Mask.
Wear a mask. We think you're all
Awesome.
bloody amazing.